Hello survivors and welcome to another Walking Dead Road to Survival video, and in this video we're going to be looking at updated war rewards that have been announced, when they're going to actually drop, when it's going to be from, and also what's the changes, what are we going to see. Let's take a little look. We shall read through it. It says war rewards update. We've been listening to player feedback and after careful deliberation we decided to retire the war wheel and replace it with the new war depot. This will offer you the chance to choose direct rewards for your efforts. From Friday the 28th of August at 5 PM Pacific time, your previously collected war tokens will automatically convert to war depot tokens, a new currency that you can earn during war events and spend at your own convenience in the new war depot. Don't worry though, you will be able to earn the new war depot tokens the same way you used to earn war tokens. You'll be able to exchange your war tokens directly for S-class cards, trainers and more, offering more valuable rewards and removing the random factor from the equation. The war depot contents will refresh every 60 days. Also through the war depot you'll be able to trade war depot tokens for half-rotten heads. The war stash will also be providing you with 100 war depot tokens every 5 opens. You will now be able to trade them in the war depot for the corresponding half-rotten heads if you desire. It then finishes up by saying, so the short version is, say goodbye to the war wheel, as from now on you'll be able to directly choose which reward you want for your efforts in the new war depot. Now let's have a look at the rewards, shall we? Yes, we shall. The war depot trade-ins are going to be as follows. 25 half-rotten heads can be traded in for 100 war tokens, and it is limited to 10 per 60 days. I would assume this would reset every 60 days. 200 Wang Fa cards. It's going to be 200 war depot tokens, limited to 20, again, every 60 days, I would assume. I believe previously, when you did get cards off the wheel, you got 1,000. And it did cost 1,000 tokens to do a pull on the wheel. So this would give you 1,000 cards, but you actually get to choose them for your 1,000 tokens. This makes sense. As long as a one-for-one, trade from the old war tokens to the war depot tokens, it'll be exactly the same amount of cards you will receive, except you'll actually be able to choose which character you want, which everyone wants. AJ cards are going to be added as well. The Gentleman and Dayu. These are the characters that are going to be the S-class characters for the next 60 days, or the first 60 days of the war depot. We're then going to move on to some other rewards, which is going to be a 6-star character choice box, which is going to be limited to 4. It's actually going to be more expensive than 200 of the collection items for the characters above, but they will reward either Harper, Rick, the 15th anniversary version, which is the Lacerator, Conrad, Road to Survival 2, who I think is going to be the one with the double shotguns, and then Sandy, who I'm going to guess could be actually any of the Sandys. I'm not really sure. Road to Survival 5. I'll just guess it's going to be Daggers Sandy, the one with the throwing daggers as the alert character. That's just my guess. Harper in here is good. I don't think any of these characters are really going to be game-changing other than Harper for some teams. I think the only potential real 6-star you could add here would be like Commands or potentially Doc Stevens for someone who didn't have him. If you somehow didn't have him by now, they have given him out quite a lot, and obviously RNG wheel, so on and so forth. There are some other claims as well. Bernadette, the big trainer, I think it's 48,000 XP. It's going to cost 400 war depot tokens, and that's going to be limited to 5 every 60 days. Then we have some varnish, engine grease, and 25,000 gear markers. I know some people do like gear markers. Myself, I don't, but at least they're going to be claimable in here if you so wish. The varnish and engine grease on top of that is actually kind of nice. They do cost quite a lot though. It's the same as 200 cards for a varnish. I mean, it depends. If you don't want the characters, if you don't like anything in here, you could just wait 60 days for the next depot reset. But I would say the Bernadettes, at the very least, are the best things to get in here, even if you don't like anything. Just XP trainers is always good. And if you can get 5 of those, that's over 200,000 XP. That's really just so much XP. But that is going to be the change to the war rewards, guys. Short and sweet. This is something that I, talked about a long time ago when it came to a war depot. I did say about this in the 6-star era that it kind of needed a war depot, and they went through the wheels for ages. And the main reason I say this is because the resets and the characters that are coming in just aren't good enough, and this will be better, grindable. You could actually select what you wanted, and that's exactly what we're getting. Maybe I should make something that we need now as well, and maybe in a year and a half, 2 years, it'll be updated as well. Just a little bit of salt from my side, just a little bit of salt, but I am really happy that this is coming in. Obviously, being able to select what you want and being able to get something different. You don't necessarily have to have characters. I love the fact that there are trainers in there. That's great. Maybe I would like to see some armory tokens added in there, quite large amounts for the sort of exchange rate. Like, I'm talking like 250 war tokens for like 20k, something like that. So quite a large amount of armory tokens that you can get in here. Maybe you can select, claim it twice every 60 days. So you don't get it that often, but this is a good way of getting armory tokens every 60 days. Hopefully they do keep this updated. Obviously every 60 days are going to change what's in here, but hopefully they do address some concerns, within the community. Armory tokens, basically, and we'll see extra things get added in the future, but we'll have to wait and see. Do tell me what things you'd like to see come into the war depot. Is there anything that you didn't see here? Is there a particular character that you want to come in? Some of these characters look pretty decent. Some of them are quite old. They're in the daily crates for quite a while, but it's a nice mix and match of characters. AJ is probably the newest in there, I think. Maybe the gentleman as well. They're sort of the same around the same sort of time. I think AJ's the newest. But yeah, guys, do tell me your thoughts. Leave them in the comments. That is going to be the end of my video. I want to thank you very, very much for tuning in. And as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving.